You're watching Chicago Bears Now, listening to Chicago Bears Now here on the Callin app. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. A couple of callers already in the caller queue. We're going to answer those questions, pod you up here in just a moment. But a perfect time to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're on the Callin app, just click the Bears Now icon, subscribe. It's free. If you're watching this later on YouTube or on Rumble, subscribe at chatsports.com/BearsCallin. We have a link to download the app on iOS and Android in the description, so be sure to go and do that. Let's start off today's Callin episode with an audience question. What year did you become a Chicago Bears fan? Get it going in the chat, in the comments. Let me know, what year did you become a Chicago Bears fan? I want to hear it from you guys, kind of hear the different range of when our audience became fans. All right, here we go. Chicago sports fan, DEV something, then the name gets cut off. We'll start with you. Welcome in. Appreciate you calling into the show. What's up?
To answer the live question, I started watching the year of the Cody Parkey.
Who? 2018.
Yeah. But my question is, who is your sleeper player for the Bears? You can be on offense or defense.
Sleeper player for the Bears. I'll give you an offense and a defense. How about that? I'm an overachiever. How about Treston Ebner on offense? I think they'll use him some. And then on defense, I'm going to go... Let's go Thomas Graham Jr. Feels like he's getting enough buzz. He's going to get a chance to potentially start at nickel. Those are a couple guys. Even if Graham doesn't start, I do think he could have a role on this football team.
Yeah, and both of those are also young pieces that you can use for the future.
Yeah, exactly. Appreciate the question. We'll go to our next caller here. We got Paleo on the line. Paleo, welcome in. Appreciate you for dropping by. What's up?
Hey Harrison, how you doing?
Good. What's up?
Good. Regarding your 53-man roster projection that you just had on YouTube and you had Dazz Newsome getting cut, is there like any talk about him? Like, are the coaches just not impressed with him? Is he not performing well at camp? I honestly really feel like we haven't heard much about him. Could that be the reason why he gets cut maybe? Like, what do you think about that?
I've heard nothing whatsoever, which tells me he hasn't jumped out to anyone. I mean, the guys who have boots on the ground, reporters who are there at these practices, they have not mentioned him at all, which tells me, well, he's not making many plays. I mean, I can only go based off that. So yeah, I think the problem with him is his best asset is probably as a returner. Oh, you don't need that. You've got plenty of guys who can return kicks and punts. Velus Jones can do both. You've got other guys who can return kicks like Khalil Herbert and Treston Ebner. Unless he shows he can make some plays as a receiver, I don't really know where he fits in at this point. So, it's a bit disappointing, and I certainly like the pick as a 6th-round pick. I liked him coming out. I thought that was good value, but those are hit and miss. You're kind of in that hit and miss range at that point. So, you hit on Herbert, maybe you missed on Newsome. But good news is I think wide receiver's pretty open after the top 3 guys, and once the pads go on, we'll see if some of these guys can separate at training camp. But to answer the initial question, I've heard nothing about him, which is why I have him on the outside looking in. I don't think that's a good sign.
Yeah, I agree. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt again in the preseason.
Yeah, I think that really set him back, to be honest, last year, and he's just been playing catch-up ever since. But appreciate the question. Let me know, guys, in the comments, going back to the first caller, name a sleeper on offense and on defense. Get in the live chat, the comments down below. Let's go to Kyle Smith here. We got Kyle Smith. Hop it in. Kyle, if you haven't been with us before, there's a mic button in the bottom right-hand part of your screen. If you click that, you can unmute yourself and hop on the line. What's up, Kyle?
All right, Harrison. My question is Braxton Jones. What specifically do you think is catching the coach's eyes to give him the first reps?
They haven't really talked specifics, but I can only assume that they just like what they've seen, whether that's technique-wise or whatever. It can't be much about physicality because the pads aren't on, and you can't evaluate offensive linemen without pads that much. Maybe they like his footwork, maybe they like his quickness, maybe they like his technique. But it can't be that much based on strength because there's no pads on. The flip side of it is maybe they've been so unimpressed with guys like Larry Borom and Tevin Jenkins that they're simply just giving him an opportunity. I do think that they like what they've seen from him, but I think more than any other position, yes, Jones is the favorite at left tackle for now, but I think when the pads go on, a lot of things could change, and I'm keeping a very close eye on that once training camp gets here. Appreciate the question, Kyle.
From Salt Lake. Interesting.
My bad, Kyle. Hop back into the caller queue. I didn't realize you had more to add. I thought you cut off. K Money back on the line here. He was over on YouTube with us. What's up, K Money? If you unmute yourself in the bottom right hand, you'll be good to go.
Hey, what's up, Harrison?
How you doing?
I just wanted to give a question and also give my sleepers. I say on offense, I think Khalil Herbert would probably be my big sleeper. I think he'll step up if, David Montgomery's he could get injured, down the line, but I feel like Khalil Herbert would be a perfect option for him to step up.
Cool.
But my question or my defense, I think my sleeper would be Travis Gibson. I think he's definitely going to pop off this year for sure. But and then my question was, do you think here within the next few years as we become playoff contenders, is it time to upgrade the stadium?
I think so. And number one, let me comment on the sleepers first. Yeah, I think Herbert is going to have a pretty sizable role. I think he'll, in this kind of Shanahan running scheme, it fits his strengths pretty well. And then Gibson, I said a few weeks ago, I think he's one of my hot takes, 10-plus sacks for him this year. I think he's ready to do that, take on a bigger role. As far as the stadium goes, obviously, for anyone who hasn't been following it, but it's been kind of a story for a couple years. Obviously, the Bears purchased that property in Arlington Heights. They can easily rebuild or build a state-of-the-art stadium there. Nothing is official on that front, but they've got the property to do it if they want to. They're under contract in Chicago until, for at least a few more years. I can't remember exactly what year. But the city of Chicago hasn't been that cooperative in terms of trying to figure out a solution for either a renovated stadium or a new stadium in the city. So my prediction is by 2030, if not sooner, they will be in Arlington Heights. That's what I believe is going to happen. There's pros and cons to that. Pros being state-of-the-art facility, you build a dome, you can get Super Bowls there, other events like concerts, NCAA tournament, Final Fours, and stuff like that. The cons, you're not in the city of Chicago anymore, and there's something sentimental to that. But I do think they will eventually move up there.
So, a little quick question then. You think we'll either see a NFC championship or maybe even see the Super Bowl before then?
If it's 2030, I'll say at least one conference championship appearance. How about that?
Yeah, I can go with that.
I can see that. All right, appreciate the question. What do you guys think? Do you think by 2030 the Bears will still be at Soldier Field or at a new stadium? Let me know in the comments, Soldier Field or a new stadium. You guys can follow me on social media, by the way, at HGramNFL on Twitter, at HGramNFL on Twitter. I'm also at HGramNFL on Instagram, same handle for both. Give me a follow at HGramNFL. All right, we'll go to Rashad White here, who is next on the caller line. Rashad, welcome in. Appreciate you for joining us here on the Callin app. What's up?
Hey, how's it going, Harrison? My question is, so I understand Poe's strategy and wanting to build with the draft, which is great, but honestly, I feel like we have too much to lose with not enough veteran help at wide receiver this year. It's a pivotal year for Fields, and if he struggles, it'll really well on his confidence going forward, or the Bears fan stands towards him as well. So
yeah,
I feel like it's criminal not getting him enough help at receiver this year. We need to go out and get. It doesn't have to be the biggest name like DJ Metcalf or somebody, but we need some additional help at receiver definitely this year.
Look, I've said I would like to add another weapon at receiver. I understand Poles'
Right.
approach. I see both sides of it. You know, they're in a tough spot.
Yeah.
Number one, $60 million in dead cap, which wasn't all inherited, but some was created by trading back, etc. But Poles inherited a pretty tough financial situation. That's number one. So he's trying to clear the books, so I get that. Number two, he's trying to balance, okay, this is a transition year, financially, but we want it, we want Justin Fields to be the guy, but we don't want to overspend for it. We also have other needs on the roster we have to address. So I get all that. I'm kind of with you though. Like, go throw $5 million in Emmanuel Sanders or something like that. Like,
Right.
I don't think that's completely outrageous to think, and I still think that could happen. I mean, there's a lot of time between now and week one, but I'd rather it happen sooner than later, because if you are going to add a vet, I'd like to see him and Fields build that chemistry up. So I think I'm on your side. I won't go as far as saying it's criminal to not add more, because I get the financial side of it, but if you can upgrade without spending that much money at receiver and on the offensive line, I definitely think that's something that Poles and the Bears should heavily consider doing.
Yeah, I think what Poles is trying to do is great, and in a perfect world, like, it would be probably the best scenario for the Bears to just build to the draft going forward.
Yeah.
But with the issues we have in at receiver and building up a new quarterback and everything, you have to get them some additional help early right now.
Yeah, and I think that's the battle they're facing, right? Is like, they say they believe in Fields, and if he's the real deal, then he'll play well regardless. But at the same time, even the best quarterbacks have to have some help around him. And I think he has some, but does he have enough for a second-year guy for a second-year quarterback entering his second play caller in 2 years? I think that's fair to question. So time will tell. Hopefully they add a piece or two, and if not, hopefully he's able to overcome it. You're cutting out, Rashad, so I'm going to have to go to the next caller. I got DeBears fan on the line. DeBears fan, welcome in. How you doing?
What up, Harrison? What's going on, brother?
Not much, man. Just enjoying this Texas heat.
I feel you. I'm actually going through the drive-through at McDonald's right now.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you so much. Hey,
did you give me some fries?
You. Appreciate it. You too. Hell yeah, I got some fries and some McChickens, man. But anyway, hey, I was trying to time it, but you timed it perfectly. So a couple things, man. First off, Madden updated rosters has Velus Jones Jr. speed at a 94. So if Madden said so, then I expect him to fly and have a good season this year. But I think a lot of the Bears-related questions are starting to get saturated at this point, so I want to hit you with a curveball. Seeing that you talk for a living, if you could swap your voice out with any sportscaster out there, who would it be and why? My choice would be Rich Eisen, because the dude has a voice like melted butter.
He does have a great voice. And, yeah, you have a good point. And, look, I don't blame the audience for asking the questions they do. We're kind of in that dead part of the year where, could they trade for this receiver? And, it kind of gets recycled. And I get all that. And that's fine.
Right.
I'll continue to answer the questions. But as far as the voice, the Eisen thing, that's a good one. He's got a great voice. Gosh, who else? Al Michaels has a great voice. I wish I could, when I'm doing watch parties, I don't know if you've watched any of our watch parties or not, I wish I could go into Gus Johnson mode and get that excited. I don't know if you've ever heard him. He calls college football and some NFL for Fox, but those are a few names. But Rich, that's a good one. He's got the golden tones, man. There's no doubt.
Oh yeah, for sure. If it wasn't him, Kevin Harlan all day long, bro. I could sit there. You could be a blind man and watch Kevin Harlan. You would get excited at every single play, man.
Hey, I wish you'd call my eulogy.
That's what I'm planning to have him do. You have a good one, brother.
All right, man. Enjoy those McDonald's fries.
Oh, I am.
All right, there he goes. All right. Appreciate all the callers. Be sure to hit that subscribe button here on Callin. And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe over there as well. And as always, get the FGBs going down in the comments.